Today, our journey starts from within, and this journey ends in within. Today, it's a journey where there is no distance. Today and right now, it's a journey where there is the change or the difference in perception. We are going to make this journey from the perspective of a separate self to Brahman, and this is what we comprehend, and this is what we understand as guided meditation. In this precious time, for a few moments, for a few minutes, we are going back to our fundamental state, which is nothing but divinity. We are going back to our fundamental state, which is nothing but secret. As me and you together are walking together towards the boundless, we are going to walk together towards infinity. We are going to walk together towards formless. We are going to walk together towards omnipotent. We are going to walk together towards omnipresent. I do not want or expect anything from you. I just want and expect you to be with me in this journey. I sit and I make sure in this journey I don't need any outer help. I make sure in this journey I don't need any objects and form but myself. I choose a place which is rather quiet and there is silence. I choose a place where I can sit attentive. I choose a place where I can sit for a few minutes. I comprehend and I understand very well that this time is solely for me. I understand from the perspective of a separate self, this time is for me and for my Creator, the omnipotent, the omniscient Brahman. Just listen to the sound of my voice and be with me so we can start our journey together towards our sacred state, towards our divinity. As we choose a silent place where we cannot be interrupted for some time, as we sit with our spine attentive, as we sit with our spine erect, as comfortable as humanly can, and our legs crossed, and both of hands resting on the knees. There we realize when we sit straight for quite some time that now we have established this body in this state and we feel comfortable. And then we bring our focus to only the present moment, and present moment only. We bring our focus to this present moment. We bring our focus to the significance of the present moment. We realize is 9:47. We realize it's a Wednesday in May 2021. We realize it's a moment which has never happened before, and it's a moment which would never happen again. We realize, hence it's a very significant moment. We can look at any moment through that perspective and we understand how significant that is. We realize it's not necessary for us to get involved in plans that may or may not happen in this moment. We realize it's not necessary for us to get involved in thoughts as they can take us or stop our journey towards our fundamental sacred state. We realize that there is Creator which has plans, and there is our thoughts. Our thoughts have no reality. We realize that. Our thought has no existential reality. We realize that. If our thought had existential reality, if our thought were truth, if our thought were manifesting for everybody, then there was a point. But we realize what we imagine or what we think at any given moment has no existential reality. The only existential reality that there is, which is happening to everyone. We realize that in our mind we can imagine night, but we realize that this is 12 o'clock in the afternoon and sun is on the sky. That sun, the very sun which is on the sky, has existential reality, because every one of us can experience that sun. But the psychological drama and the thoughts are only in our mind, hence it's our reality only. We realize it's not wise and smart then to bring our focus voluntarily to the thoughts which has no existential reality. We realize that, we know it now profoundly. What is the point of investing energy in the thoughts that have no existential reality? Only the reality of Brahman would manifest. So we lose ourselves a little. We become laid back. We sit attentive and we pay attention rather to the existential reality and rather to the most significant process or action that there is. And what is that action and process and activity? What is that? That is that we are breathing. We realize it's the most important activity which is happening right now in this moment. What has happened before this point has no existential reality. What has happened before this point is not making any difference in this moment, but except to take us away from this moment. We realize what will happen in the future is just our imagination. We realize that may or may not happen. We become fearless. We are not scared of what may or may not happen, because we know it's just imagination. We realize it may be very compelling, but it is just imagination. It is in our mind in form of thoughts and may or may not happen. So we become fearless. We become fear-free. We don't care that what may or may not happen, because that is not promised. What that leave us only what's happening between what has happened and what is going to happen. We reinstate ourselves in between. We reinstate ourselves in between what has happened or what is going to happen. That is what we understand as thoughts. But we reinstate in between. We reinstate ourselves in that present moment. And then when we are sitting with our eyes closed, we realize that in what remains in between is the only reality. When you are hearing the sound of my voice, when we are hearing the sound of my voice together and we are paying attention, we have closed one of our outbound sense, which is sight, temporarily closed. We are willingly doing it. This way our attention is not hooked at anything. However, as soon as we close these eyes, we realize we are faced with our mind as what has happened or what is going to happen. But we realize what has happened has no significance in this moment in time. We realize what will happen has no significance in this moment in time, because we realize that may or may not happen. So we become a little more carefree. We sit right now and we become carefree. We give gratitude to this present and present moment only, which lies beyond time. This present and present moment is beyond the barriers of time. And we are reinstated now in that present moment. While we are paying attention, both hands on our knees, legs crossed, sitting attentive with our spine comfortably erect, and we are paying attention towards the most important activity there is happening right now. Because we realize if this activity stops, everything stops. So why not pay gratitude to the most brilliant and most significant activity that there is right now and that there is happening, which is life going inside this body, this finite body, the accumulation of food, the accumulation of climate, the accumulation of surrounding, the accumulation of dust, the accumulation of water, and the accumulation of plants, and accumulation of the environment, this finite body, this very process of breathing in which this breath is going in this finite body and the breath is coming out this finite body. We become really concerned and we form a band with this activity, which is the life going in this accumulation and life coming out. We zero in towards this activity. We place our palms upwards on our knees, and this time we pay attention to the most brilliant activity. This time we pay attention to the life going in. We pay attention through which the life going in. We pay attention through which the life going out. We pay attention through which the life going in. We pay attention through which the life going out. As we pay attention through which life goes in, as we pay attention through which life goes out, we realize the thoughts, what has happened or what may happen, are rising and subsiding. But we realize there is no point to bring our attention voluntarily to these thoughts. We realize that. Let us form this practice every day for whatever the time we can spare or volunteer towards ourselves every day. At the least 10 to 15 minutes. Ideal is early morning, because the body has not accumulated data. The awareness has much clarity. Let us do that every day and bring the very life energy up high. That it would do.